Good morning and welcome to So Christianity's Holiness Challenge, Day 11. I'm super excited to come at you today and to bring you a new idea, a new truth that you can dwell on today. I know we've done the last few outside, but I wanted to get kind of back to the normal place that we film. And today we're just going to be in 2 Peter. It's going to be a short thought today, as most of them have been. And it's just something that I want you to be thinking about throughout your day. So in 2 Peter chapter 1, it comes, this set of verses that I've really loved throughout the years. It says in verse 5, it says, "Besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, and to your knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity." And I really love this passage. I've preached this passage. I've taught out of this passage quite a bit in my life, and I enjoy this idea of just going down through these things that we grow naturally in our Christian life. But the idea that I want to give you today is that this is a process, that holiness is a process. I know I've heard it said from people that they were frustrated for years because they were struggling and they would struggle, and maybe they'd have like a little bit of victory, but they would fall back and they'd struggle some more, and they'd always think that they hadn't nailed the Christian life because they hadn't really become perfect. And I fear that this is an idea that a lot of young Christians have, a lot of, or maybe even a lot of older Christians have, that this is just a lingering idea that people struggle with. And what I want to get across to you today is that you do not have to be perfect right away. The Christian life is a journey. It is a journey with God. It is a process of sanctification. We should not be mistaken in thinking that now that we're saved, now that we are walking with God, that we should just, in the first day, just overcome everything. That we should just automatically be perfect in everything we do. And no, and this is part of what the challenge is about. If it's just if it was easy to overcome sin, then everyone would do it. If we could just overcome sin just by saying, no, I'm not going to sin anymore, and that's that, and then we're just never going to be tempted by sin, everyone would do that. But the fact is that overcoming sin is difficult many times because our flesh is fighting against us, the world is fighting against us, devils are fighting against us. And what I want to say is, the Holiness Challenge is obviously you trying to overcome a sin for a whole month and to break that habit. So hopefully you don't fall back into it. But this is what I'm saying for all sins in general, is when you do fail, it is important that you get back up. Because it is part of the journey. You need to realize, I failed and I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have sinned, but I know that I need to not do that anymore. I know where I am weak. I know where I need to work on. I know where I need to trust God more. And I'm just going to do that. I'm going to walk with God more in that area. I'm going to fellowship with God. I'm going to focus on God's goodness and God's grace in my life and pray that He helps me overcome that. And this is, over the years that we develop habits of godly habits, habits that help us avoid sin, and these are the ones that we should be striving for this month. And so that's really the thought I have for you today. I encourage you that if you're doing well, if you're overcoming sins this month, stick at it. Stick with it. That's awesome. That's really the goal of this month. But if you have failed, go back to video 1, start going back through the videos and applying those truths, and don't get discouraged. Realized I failed and I shouldn't have, but now it's time to pick myself up and walk with God and really ask God for grace in my life. But anyways, that's all the thoughts I have for you today, and this has been day 11 of the Holiness Challenge. As always, please share with anyone that you think might get help. Like, subscribe, come back tomorrow for the day 12. You know, I'm very excited for where this is going. I'm very excited for hopefully people getting help by going through this challenge. But anyways, I hope you have a good day. Come back for more, subscribe and like. It really helps us here. And this has been Jared Morris with Settled Christianity, helping you continue in the faith.